And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for today's finale of Miss Marvel Episode 6. So, if you've not seen this yet, go watch it because some spoilers, real spoiler heavy here, because there was some stuff that happens. So, let's get into it. So, the last time we saw Kamala, she was literally in her country, Pakistan, doing her thing. While that was happening, her so-called crush and Bruno were pretty much being hunted down by the damage control, or, the government people. They pretty much blew up Bruno's house, and, we all thought, oh, is Bruno dead, or, what happened? No, they were basically just blew up his home, and they were on the run. And the whole episode was literally them two on the run and trying to figure out a way for, when Kamala will land and come help them to pretty much avoid getting captured by damage control. And I'm telling you, damage control is a little hardcore, because they just want to capture you. If they have to kill you, they will kill you. It's kind of bizarre that they would do that, but yeah, they weren't playing around. They literally were after. I mean, they were trying to stun them so that way they can capture them, maybe torture them or something. But the way that they were acting was just very like, okay, these guys didn't even do anything, and you guys are sending like the SWAT team after them, like they're a huge, galactic threat or something. So we got to see that. We got to see Kamala's other friends show up and help out, Bruno and the other kid. So I thought that was cool. Even the so-called TikTok girl from the first episode that Kamala saved, the one who was kind of being mean to her in the beginning, she ends up helping them out as well. So I thought that was pretty funny. They all eventually get surrounded at the high school where Kamala comes up with a plan with all of them to distract the, damage control. And then out of nowhere, her brother shows up and is like, oh yeah, I'm going to help you out. Don't worry about it. So I thought that was a funny little gag. And like I said, it just shows the episode of just Kamala helping her friends and using her powers. And even, the guy that she likes, he's still struggling with the fact that he has these powers and he doesn't know how to control it, except to the point where when Kamala tells him, hey, yeah, your mom's dead, by the way, and then some weird reason he starts using the powers pretty well. Angrily, of course, but still very interesting that he would just like magically use his gifts like 1, 2, 3 out of anger properly, when in the beginning he didn't even know how to use them and he was just basically got them. So I thought that was pretty, like, really, come on, really. But other than that, this was a pretty fun episode. Overall, this whole show was great. My biggest problem with this show overall, all the 6 episodes, I wish we would have got more of Kamala. More of, her training with the powers, understanding who she is as a character. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get that in, the Marvels, but, maybe. But, I kind of wish we would have got a little bit more details about where the bangle came from, why it's so important that, the Jinn go back to their world and all that. I kind of wish we got a little bit more details about that. But, yeah, there was also a big reveal at the end. Apparently, Kamala may be a mutant now. So, apparently, Bruno looked up her family DNA or something, and he found a mutation in them, in her. She's like the only one, or somebody else had a mutation, and that's why it passed over to her. So, could this be the start of Marvel setting up the mutants? A little bit different. The fact that, Kamala is actually an Inhuman. But, I mean, if you're gonna make the, mutants a thing, it's a very tricky thing because, listen, the mutants are supposed to be around for centuries, and a lot of people are supposed to hate them from, like, the dawn of time, just like how, African Americans had to deal with that, that racist stuff back in those days. Basically, back in those times, and probably even further back, mutants have been, like, segregated as, like, people hate them because they didn't know what they were. They had powers that were freaky. So how they gonna make that work here in modern day, I'm not sure. Either they're gonna explain the fact that people already had this problem, they just didn't know about it until, Kamala's like the first one to actually come out as a mutant, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, them dropping that little hint says that they're starting to plant the seeds towards the mutants. But, you know, changing the whole rich history of what the mutants were over, you know, through the decades of comics and, you know, the movies as well, it's gonna be difficult. So hopefully they can do it pretty properly. But other than that, yeah, you know, I don't understand why she's gonna be a mutant, but I guess, I mean, you know, they couldn't just reset the whole Inhumans thing and have her be an Inhuman, but I guess we'll take what we get, right? So, and then of course the big reveal at the end, was something I've been saying throughout this whole show, if you've been watching my videos about this, was the fact that Carol Danvers shows up, except Carol Danvers shows up very confused and not really sure where she's at in a moment where Kamala is just laying down on her bed. This is the after credit, folks. She literally just lays down on her bed, getting ready to get to do her homework. Her bangle lights up, and then she just goes zoop right into her closet, and out comes Miss Marvel, or Captain Marvel herself. What does that mean? No idea. Where did Kamala went? Anybody's guess. She could have went to where Carol Danvers was. Maybe she was somewhere in space, another planet, and then they just swapped places. Or Kamala could have ended up in Sword for, you know, maybe she went to Sword to try to patch things up with her and Fury. You know, there's some kind of like beef there, if you guys remember Far From Home. So there's something there, or maybe with Talos, who knows. But yeah, now we have to wait till next year for the Marvels to come out and see exactly what happened to Kamala and where exactly is she. So yeah, but overall, I enjoyed this show. I really, really like this. This might be my third favorite show right now in the MCU, in the, you know, MCU Disney Plus universe. You know, they all connect anyway, but yeah, so far, you know, WandaVision's still number 1, Loki's number 2, and I think I'll put this at number 3 because honestly, I really like this show a lot. I liked it better than Hawkeye, and I liked it better than, obviously, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought that show was a little bit too much. Not the fact that, you know, I love Sam as Captain America, but they kind of like rushed that, in my opinion. But anyway, I feel like they just rush these shows a little bit too much. Now I get it, they have to do stories and set them up for movies and other things, but still, you know, give us some more, you know. At least if you're gonna do 6 episodes of these shows, give us the 6 episode like an hour or something. You know, give us more depth of these characters, because if we're gonna see them move on in movies or whatever, you know, we want to continue liking these characters, you know. So I'm hoping that She-Hulk, when it comes out, gives us more details. You know, at least with Moon Knight, it was slow, and it kind of gave us like, oh yeah, we understand this character, and it really, really kind of balanced it pretty nicely. I mean, we don't know where he's gonna end up next, but still, kind of like, in my opinion, they set him up pretty well to, you know, for future projects. Or Kamala, they're like, yeah, we got the Marvels next year, we better do this like now, like ASAP. Like we gotta give her 6 episodes of like her whole backstory, and then we'll set up the rest of it in the other movies. So, you know, I kind of feel like they kind of rushed that a little bit, but still, I had a fun time with it. It was a fun little show. I thought the girl who plays Kamala was great, so she's gonna be a breakout star eventually. So yeah, let's see what she does in the Marvels. I'm very excited to see her in that show, in that movie. And yeah, great to see Carol Danvers back, so that's cool. Brie Larson looked cool. She got a new hairstyle, so that was cool. And it was long again, so that's always fun. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. You guys excited for what's next for Kamala and the Marvels? And what do you think is going to happen now that we know that Kamala's somewhere in space, or somewhere, another dimension, or wherever? And what do you think is going to be the plot of the new movie? Me? No guesses. And also, what do you think about her being supposedly a mutant now? I mean, different, but you think that's the right way to go, to change the mutants' whole history and just set it up now? Or you think they should just left it like how, you know, they should have been around decades and they've just been hiding this whole time? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you very much, and have a good day.